Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Adam Cellini. Topping our news tonight, community members are expected to come together tomorrow to honor more than 24 transgender men and women who were killed by acts of violence this year. Monday will mark the International Trans Day of Remembrance. ABC 7's Erica Jackson joins us live from the offices of Also Youth in Sarasota to explain how this day will impact people on the Suncoast. Erica?
Good evening, Adam. The Human Rights Campaign reports 2017 has been the deadliest year for transgender people here in the U.S., with a surprising amount of murders. Leaders with Also Youth in Sarasota will host a candlelight vigil right here tomorrow night to honor those victims.
Well, it was my shield. It kept me from going off the deep end.
Jamie Gassioni calls music her escape. She hid behind instruments for more than 50 years before coming out to her family and friends as transgender.
It's very hard when you can't say anything and there's nobody to talk to.
Jamie was known as Jimmy for decades and started her transition 8 years ago, around the same time she lost her trans friend Mark.
He tried so hard to transition and he couldn't do it. He had no support, no help whatsoever, and he ended up committing suicide.
The violence against the transgender community is increasing, and it's really at the level of an epidemic.
A 2014 study by the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention found 44% of people who identify as transgender have attempted suicide. Also Youth Executive Director Nathan Brummer says they also face great danger in public. At least 25 trans men and women have been murdered this year, according to the Human Rights Campaign. 80% were women and 84% were of color.
If you read about the specifics of these murders, they are heinous, very violent murders.
Both Gassioni and her partner fear she could be number 26 after experiencing multiple acts of violence during her concerts.
Because I'm not trying to fool anybody. I just want them to like me.
Brummer doesn't know any victims from the Suncoast, and to keep it that way, he's trying to educate the public.
Long before we ever want to hear that we've lost a trans person to murder, we want to make sure we stop all the violence here in Sarasota.
Gassioni says she and her peers just want to be accepted. She says trans people can't change their brains, but they can feel like themselves after undergoing a physical transition.
I sleep at night. I am at peace with the world. I'm in peace with the universe.
Also Youth will light 26 candles here tomorrow night at 6 p.m. 25 will be lit to honor the victims of those murders, and one extra candle will be lit by the group to honor any victims of unreported murders. Reporting live in Sarasota, Erica Jackson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, Erica, thank you very much. And now we go to a follow-up on the search for a missing Manatee County boater. The Coast Guard expanding its search overnight for 64-year-old Fraser Horn. The Cortez native was reported missing by his wife when he did not return home on Friday night. The Coast Guard located his boat by helicopter Saturday morning. Their original perimeter of 400 square miles has now expanded to over 3,000 square miles. Anyone with information on the case is asked to contact the United States Coast Guard at the number listed on your screen. That number 727-824-7506. Well, a gleam of hope for dozens of sailors missing since Wednesday. The Argentine Navy now analyzing signals to see if they came from a submarine that's been missing since Wednesday. As ABC's Mark Remillard reports, the U.S. Navy helping with that search and a potential rescue effort.
A ray of hope for this submarine, seen here before it vanished, and its 44 crew members. 7 failed satellite calls have been detected. They could possibly be from the missing Argentine sub or not.
I'm a little bit suspect. When did these come in? Did they come in right after the sub was reported missing? Did they come in yesterday?
The Argentine Navy still processing the data at its headquarters in Mar del Plata. That's where the sub called San Juan was heading to on Wednesday on a routine trip from a base on the southern tip of the continent when contact was lost. The U.S. Navy assisting in the search with 2 special planes.
Those P-8 airplanes that the U.S. Navy have sent have very sophisticated radars that are designed to pick up submarines that are on the surface.
But this Argentine Navy Rear Admiral saying the weather in the search area continues to be difficult, hampering rescue efforts, and the sub may have sunk. In that case, air is running out.
if that submarine is still underwater, there's not too much hope left for this crew.
Still, one of the U.S. Navy's most sophisticated underwater rescue systems is on its way to Argentina. It can save up to 6 people at a time and reach a sunken submarine at depths of 850 feet. Mark Remillard, ABC News, New York.
Back here at home within the hour, the annual Inglewood Waterfest will be crowning this year's winners. The 2-day powerboat racing championships wrapping up and appears to be a success by early estimations. 60 race teams from around the world competed over the weekend, drawing thousands of spectators looking to get a taste for the area and see who has the fastest boat.
It brings business in, it brings people together. It's a quiet community, and normally it's just very, relaxing and peaceful. Serenity is beautiful. But today, it just brings the excitement. It shows you what we have. It just shows the people what it's all about here.
Around 20,000 people came out to last year's races, which made around $80,000 in profits. And as a reminder, you can get up-to-the-minute updates on local happenings and breaking news with our smartphone app. You can find that app by searching for My Suncoast in your app store. If you're an Apple user and have the old version, you will need to re-download the new one, as it will go away at the end of the month. Well, now let's head over to Wendy Ross for a first check on our first alert weather forecast. And Wendy, getting a little chilly out there.
Oh my goodness. Well, that cold front is just sitting on top of us right now. Hard to tell. Here it is. And you can see some of the rain showers associated with it, but really none of that rain was very evident throughout the day today for us. We had some heavier showers over the central part of the state, and those rains have now continued to move off towards the south. And we're not looking at anything developing for the rest of the night. The cold front is sinking on down to the south. What we're going to start to feel more is the wind. So the winds are going to start to become a little stronger. The cooler temperatures, though, are lagging behind. We're going to see a difference of about 18 degrees across the panhandle of Florida, but you'll notice across our viewing area the temperature difference is not going to be that great over the next 24-hour period. Temperatures tonight will be dropping down into the 50s, but tomorrow they're going to be back up into the mid to upper 70s. So that's pretty much where we're supposed to be for this time of the year. Right now it's 67 degrees. The winds are already on the rise out of the north-northwest at 15 miles per hour, and we'll let you know what we can expect for tomorrow's weather and beyond. We'll be back in just a minute with that. Adam.
All right, thank you very much, Wendy. Well, after a lengthy struggle to regain his health, country music legend Mel Tillis passed away this morning at a Florida hospital. A Tampa native, the Country Music Hall of Famer has battled intestinal issues since early last year and never fully recovered. Respiratory failure is the suspected cause of death. Over a 60-plus year career, the Grand Ole Opry member recorded more than 60 albums, had 6 #1 hits, and was named the Country Music Association's coveted Entertainer of the Year. Some of his most popular songs, including I Ain't Never, Coca-Cola Cowboy, and I Believe in You. He was 85 years old. In less than 2 hours, you'll see more musicians like Florida Georgia Line, Haley Steinfeld, Kelly Clarkson, and Selena Gomez right here on ABC 7. They're just some of those artists scheduled to perform at the American Music Awards. ABC's Danya Bacchus is on the red carpet at the Microsoft Theater in Los Angeles and gives us a preview before things kick off at 8 o'clock tonight.
The American Music Awards.
The fans have voted.
Kelly Clarkson.
And tonight, music lovers will watch their favorite artists come together to honor idols, newcomers, and record breakers. This year's top nominee, Bruno Mars, who's up for 8 awards, including Artist and Video of the Year.
One of the fun things about the American Music Awards is you have everyone from country stars to pop stars to rappers all in one room rooting for each other.
Other performers racking up nominations.
Why is it always me?
Drake.
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar, Ed Sheeran.
Say, boy, let's not talk too much.
The Chainsmokers.
Go down together. You know,
and The Weeknd, each with 5. And this could be the year first for Jason Aldean, Miranda Lambert, or the British rock group Coldplay. They've all been nominated for AMA Awards multiple times, but never won. Hosting the show, actress Tracee Ellis Ross, whose mother, Diana Ross, is set to receive the Lifetime Achievement Award.
I think even if I weren't hosting, I would be thrilled and excited to come just take in that moment of my mom and her extraordinary career being celebrated and honored.
And Christina Aguilera is set to honor Whitney Houston in the 25th anniversary of the film The Bodyguard with a musical tribute. Other exciting acts include the chart-topping band Portugal the Man. They join the roster of other performers marking their very first appearance here at the AMAs. Danya Backus, ABC News, Los Angeles.
And attention American Idol fans, in anticipation of the American Idol debut in its new home on ABC, America will have a chance to vote for an idol hopeful ahead of that season premiere. It'll all kick off live during the 2017 American Music Awards. The singer who receives the most votes will receive a golden ticket to Hollywood and will be revealed by Lionel Richie live during a special appearance on Dancing with the Stars that'll air tomorrow. Well, still to come here on ABC 7, the investigation into a scaffolding collapse on a busy New York street, plus a popular event on the Sun Coast wrapping up. A look at the future of the Sarasota Medieval Fair.
If you have Medicare, I have 3 things you'll want to hear. There's an all-in-one Medicare Advantage plan from Humana. It includes Medicare Part D prescription drug coverage, and it may save you money in so many ways. It's all in this book, and it's yours free just for calling. You'll see all the ways the plan might save you money, even on prescription drugs. In fact, last year, Humana Medicare Advantage prescription drug plan members saved an estimated $6,500 on average on their prescription costs. And you get all this coverage with an affordable monthly plan premium, and in some areas, no plan premium. Even if you've looked at Humana before, you need to take another look at this plan. We'll send you the decision guide absolutely free, in a slightly smaller size, of course. Discover the all-in-one Medicare Advantage plan that could cut your costs and cover your prescriptions. Call 1-800-824-8241 or go to humanabigbook.com. The savings are too big to miss.
If you're over the age of 50 and considering buying an annuity in the next 60 days, I have some important news for you. Don't buy an annuity until you understand the pros and cons of annuities. A free book to help you maximize your retirement income from television host and 3-time author Josh Melberg has been released. This book reveals little-known truths about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms. Grab a pen right now because we are about to offer you this free book that unlocks the 5 little-known secrets we believe baby boomers and seniors should know before buying an annuity. Call 800-307-2040 now and you'll receive a free copy of Josh Melberg's book, Next Gen Annuity Strategies Revealed. As a bonus, we'll also send you the #1 mistakes retirees are making with their investments today, and a free DVD on how you can get up to 33% more income in retirement. Call 800-307-2040 to have your free information kit rushed to your door. Again, that's 800-307-2040.
If you're between 50 and 85 years old, call the number on your screen right now for free information on how to save your family thousands of dollars. We're Family Love Plans, and we've been helping families just like yours for over 30 years. The average funeral today can cost up to $10,000 or more, but the most you'll get from government benefits is just $255. How will your family pay the difference? At Family Love Plans, we can help you and your family. Our senior plans start as low as just $1 a day and pay up to $30,000 for a funeral and other final expenses. Peace of mind is easy. There's no medical exam and your plan can't be canceled. Better still, your rate will never go up and your benefits will never go down. Get your free information about our senior plans. Just answer a few simple questions and receive approval right over the phone.
Call 1-800-707-3608. That's 1-800-707-3608.
Welcome back. We have an update now on that missing Manatee County boater. The Coast Guard now suspending that search for 64-year-old Fraser Horn. The Coast Guard suspending that search around 5:37 p.m. Sunday night. A quote from Captain Holly Najarin from the Coast Guard saying, "Suspending a search is the most difficult decision I have to make, and our thoughts and prayers go out to Horn's family and friends." And Horn's wife, Michelle Horn, saying, "I would also like to thank the Coast Guard and many other rescue agencies who searched for Fraser. This is an emotionally difficult time, and we ask everyone to respect our family and friends' privacy while we grieve for Fraser." In other news, 5 people are injured after scaffolding crashed down onto a busy street in New York. It collapsed in front of a 12-story office building in the city's Soho area this morning. Pictures from that scene show wooden planks scattered all across the street. With firefighters working at that site, police say all 5 victims suffered minor injuries. Some parts of the city were experiencing heavy wind gusts at the time of the incident, but the city's buildings department is still investigating what caused that collapse. Well, hundreds of passengers at the Miami International Airport experiencing delays last night, after a fake explosive scare. An airport employee discovered an unattended bag in a concourse restroom. Police say the employee found what looked like a grenade inside that bag. The area was cleared and the bomb squad was called in. After about 2 hours, authorities determined it was not real and allowed passengers to re-enter the facility. Officials say at least 7 flights were delayed, leaving some passengers stranded. No charges have been filed. A popular event that draws hundreds to the Suncoast is packing up. After 3 weekends of fun, the Sarasota Medieval Fair is packing up those tents, swords, and ales. But it won't be the last time we see these actors and local staff that have put the show together for the last 13 years. Public relations for the fair say more people turn out every year, and the event is still growing.
Lines for food and drink are they're long, but they're manageable. We just know where we need to improve next year to accommodate the larger crowds, and it's already been talked about in our meetings in the morning that we're definitely going to expand next year.
Thank you. Some things you can expect in the future: more entertainment, more vendors, and possibly a 4th weekend to enjoy all of those amenities, including parrots on people's shoulders. That was pretty cool.
I know. I keep looking at the sky conditions and noticing how great it looks out there.
Yeah, we got 2 really clear sky days, Saturday and Sunday. It was beautiful.
It was nice. And then the cold front came in, and then the clouds came through, and you started to notice that something was going on out there, but it wasn't much of something. I mean, it was just a little bit of cloudiness, and we started to see a couple of places picking up some rain. But this is the cold front. You can see it just moving down to our south, and our satellite imagery is just picking it up here as it moves on to the south of us now. But it took its time getting through here today, and it was a very thin line. So you can see this is it stretching out into the Atlantic all the way through into the Gulf of Mexico, and not much in the way of rainfall with this particular system. Most of the heavy rains out here in the Atlantic, and then we just got a bit of a trickle across the central part of the state, and then some heavier rains once again out here in the Gulf of Mexico. So as this system continues to move on down to the south, the interesting thing is that it is going to start to come back at us on Tuesday as a warm front. And we also have developing an area of low pressure out here in the Gulf of Mexico, and these 2 areas are going to converge. So on Tuesday, the rain will come back into our area and continue on Wednesday and Thursday. But Monday is going to be nice. So on Monday, we're going to see lots of sunshine around. We're going to see our temperatures that are going to still be in the mid to upper 70s. And we're not going to get a whole lot. In fact, the rain is over for tonight and into tomorrow. So right now, we're not looking at a whole lot of anything developing. We've got a couple of showers out here. Again, this is all part of the front that is now moving on down to the south. And what we are starting to feel now are the winds that are coming on through. And these winds are going to be shifting around north-northeast at around 15 miles per hour and gusting up to about 20 miles per hour. So that's going to be experienced throughout the overnight time period and into tomorrow as well. You can see these winds already beginning to pick up, especially at the beaches. 18 mile per hour, 15 mile per hour winds, again gusting up to about 20 mile per hour winds. And down to the south, not nearly as strong, but 14 at Minnesota, 13 in Venice, and even in Placida. 11 mile per hour winds right now. So today we got up to a high of 81 degrees, and the overnight low last night was 59 degrees. And tomorrow our temperatures are not going to be that much different than today, but they are going to be mostly in the upper 70s with the passage of this front. 67 degrees right now. The winds out of the north-northwest at around 8 miles per hour. We are starting to see some clearing conditions out there. That will continue. And you can see temperatures right now are mostly in the 60s with 70s over our southern sections of our viewing area. And this cold front once again is just going to continue to push on down to the south, but by Tuesday it starts to come back as a warm front. So tomorrow we get the cold front moving on through with lows tonight in the 50s, and then by tomorrow we're going to continue to see those winds as they're developing tonight. They'll be with us again tomorrow, and by tomorrow we'll see our temperatures in the upper 70s. So it will just be maybe 4 to 5 degrees cooler than it was today. This is what it looks like for the rest of this week, so you may want to plan accordingly. Do you know where your umbrella is, Adam?
Now, sports.
A battle for Florida bragging rights today as the Buccaneers went down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. This game originally washed out by Hurricane Irma in Week 1. Jay Cutler playing like it was his first game, throwing 3 first-half interceptions before leaving the game with a possible concussion. Matt Moore would replace him for Miami, and with 3 minutes to go, he hits Kenny Stills for a game-tying 61-yard touchdown. In front of the home crowd, feeling good, but Ryan Fitzpatrick would drive the Bucs to set up a game-winning 35-yard kick for Patrick Murray, and he nails it. 30-20 your final in this one. First road win of the season for Tampa Bay. Next stop, Atlanta and the 5-4 Atlanta Falcons. The Jacksonville Jaguars a long way from home in snowy Cleveland today, taking on the winless Browns. First quarter play-action pass leads to a wide-open Mercedes Lewis, his 4th touchdown of the season. But the Browns and rookie quarterback DeShone Kizer responding with a 27-yard strike to Duke Johnson Jr. That ties the game at 7. Still just a 10-7 game in the 4th quarter. Kizer overthrows his man, picked off by A.J. Bouye. That's Kaiser's 2nd pick of the game, 12th of the season. Jacksonville forces 5 turnovers, improved to 7-3 on the year, gaining sole possession of first place in the AFC South. Well, what's worse than losing to your rival? Well, how about losing your job the next day? That's how UCLA head coach Jim Mora's Sunday has gone so far, the school firing him after a close game against number 11 USC. After winning 29 games in his first 3 seasons, the Bruins have gone just 17-19 in their last 2 under Mora, including a 10-16 Pac-12 record. Athletic director Dan Guerrero thanked Mora for reestablishing the football program, but admits the past 2 seasons did not meet expectations. The Bruins could still make a bowl game if they beat California next week. More to come here on ABC 7. Stay with us.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $15 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand with no surprises and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service 3 times in a row. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-457-2317. Go online or visit a Target store today.
It's time to take a road trip.
If you love the beach, Alabama's Gulf Coast has 32 miles of sugar white sand and turquoise water. Looking for a room with a view? We have them. Beachside and bayside. There's incredible history. Whoa! And the seafood is fresh from the Gulf. Another round of shrimp for my friends. Alabama has a road trip with your name on it.
Which one you gonna take?
My life motto is keep moving. And as hard as it was when my husband passed away, I knew I had to keep doing what I love. Oops, coming. But I needed help with my insurance, and that's what the NAIC provides. They have resources to help you and your family make the best decision, and they'll help you to keep moving forward, just like me.
The ABC 7 First Alert Hurricane Guide. Download yours today.
Listen to this important message. If you owe money to the IRS, you will want to hear this. The IRS is cracking down on those who owe back taxes. They send out devastating letters, garnish paychecks, and even put liens on your home or business. You may have heard of it. It's called enforced compliance. Penalties and interest compound daily on your back taxes, putting you under a mountain of debt. Tax 10,000 has years of experience connecting people with tax resolution specialists who will negotiate with the IRS on your behalf. Working through the IRS Fresh Start program, they will handle all the necessary forms and can negotiate a tax settlement with the IRS. It's that simple. And if you qualify, you may end up saving thousands of dollars, finally ending your financial stress. Now is the time for a fresh start. Now is the time to call Tax 10,000. 800-699-3188. That's 800-699-3188. Call now.
Justice League topping the box office this weekend, but the latest installment of the superhero series didn't make as much money as expected. It pulled in $96 million in just over 4,000 North American theaters. Despite winning the weekend, Justice League had the lowest domestic opening for any of the DC Extended Universe movies. In the number 2 spot was Wonder, an adaptation of an acclaimed children's novel, garnering glowing reviews, and was also the feature of an extensive marketing campaign targeting elementary schools. And Thor Ragnarok still in the top 3 weeks after its release, bringing Disney's Marvel's big hit to a total global haul of just over $738 million.
It's true. When you compare 738 million to 96 million, I guess that 96 million doesn't sound so good.
Yeah.
That's
when
true.
you're talking about personal bank accounts, it sounds great. I got no problems with it.
I want to see that Thor movie. That sounds like a lot of fun.
I've heard.
I've had people tell me that it's a lot of fun, that I should go see it.
Absolutely, but we're spending all our time here.
This is
that's
true.
the issue.
This is true.
Can't go see movies.
It's hard to play when you're having to work. That is so true.
All right. We'll see you after the American Music Awards. Join us.